So the White House is criticizing House Democrats for widening their investigation of President Trump, saying, quote, their intimidation and abuse of American citizens is shameful.
It's a move the president has called ridiculous, but he promises he will cooperate.
I cooperate all the time with everybody. And you know the beautiful thing? No collusion. It's all a hoax.
No collusion. Well, here's what's happening. The House Judiciary Committee has requested documents from 81 Trump associates and institutions, and you see some of them there, including the president's sons, Jared Kushner, Hope Hicks, Sean Spicer, names that haven't been in the public eye for quite some time. So these are executives within the administration and the Trump organization. CBS News Washington correspondent Paula Reid joins us now from the White House. So, Paula, walk us through the scope of this investigation. What exactly is this committee looking for?
They're looking for everything from everyone. As you just detailed, they are targeting dozens of the president's closest associates. And Judiciary Committee Chairman Jerry Nadler says he's looking for any evidence of corruption, obstruction, or abuse of power by the Trump administration. And if you read these letters, they are tailored to individuals, but these are extremely broad requests that really speak to any sort of contact that you've had with the president or any of the various controversies surrounding his administration. And the targets of these document grabs, they have just 2 weeks to comply. Otherwise, they may get hit with a subpoena.
Yeah, as I understand it, there was a request put out for this whole process to be expedited. So typically they would have longer than 2 weeks, but with so many investigations, I guess they want to sort of get things going. I'm wondering, even though we heard that the president say right there that he is definitely cooperating, is there anything the president can do to frustrate these investigations, if you will? Anything he can maybe do with executive privilege?
Absolutely. He could try to assert executive privilege. The White House has confirmed it has received the document requests. I spoke with a White House official yesterday, and he told me that the White House will make every effort to comply with these requests, but compliance may look different depending on the specific item. There could be some items that they may not be able to pass along, but they could perhaps describe them or read them to lawmakers. Another option for sensitive materials is to have lawmakers come in and view them what is called in camera, so privately. But there could be some items that neither one of those options would work, so they would go to the president and they would have to ask him, sir, do you want to assert executive privilege over this item? If the president says yes, that is something that would likely set off a lengthy court battle and delay some of these investigations.
Paula, let me ask you this. We're still waiting for the release of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's final report. The first question is, and I know everybody's been speculating about this, is are you hearing from your sources when we could be seeing it? But I'm more curious about these investigations from the House Judiciary Committee. Could they follow the same pattern, in other words, mimic what Robert Mueller is investigating? And if they do, what are the different legalities regarding what the special counsel's report will mean for the president and what the House Judiciary Committee findings will mean for the president legally?
Well, first of all, let's take the timeline for the report. My sources continue to suggest that this report is expected in the coming weeks. We know the special counsel investigation is winding down. They're partnering with U.S. attorneys. We haven't seen the grand jury in quite some time, and we would expect that this report will come before Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein departs his post in mid-March. He's the one who, of course, appointed the special counsel. He's overseen them, and he continues to be the one sort of liaising. He's the liaison between the Justice Department and the special counsel. So we do expect the report should come before he leaves, but you never know. Now, in terms of how the House investigation will compare to that of special counsel Robert Mueller, well, the House has different powers. They do not have the power to use a grand jury to compel testimony or documents. They are limited in that sense, but it is likely they will follow any leads that have been offered by the special counsel or by Michael Cohen in his testimony. But it's not clear what the public is going to see from the special counsel's investigation. Robert Mueller is only under an obligation to submit a report to the Attorney General. And then it's up to the Attorney General how much of that is made public. Robert Mueller is not required to make an accounting to the American public. And Vlad, I think that if not much of this report is released, House Democrats are going to use that to bolster the argument for their investigations and why those investigations should be expedient and highly transparent.
Yeah, that's what I was sort of getting at, which is I was trying to figure out if the Mueller report is not made public, the House obviously will have the details of it, and will the House Judiciary use that as a jumping off point to continue whatever Robert Mueller has started.
And that's part of the reason why William Barr was questioned during his confirmation hearing about whether or not he would release the full document. And he sort of waffled on that answer. And now we're learning that he's not going to recuse himself either.
That's right. In terms of transparency, he said that he would like to be transparent. Legally, he's under no obligation to release anything, but he does realize that politically he will certainly have to brief Congress and perhaps provide them with some documents, but the public also wants to know. It is likely he will release his own summary, but House Democrats have said anything short of that full report is going to prompt them to issue a subpoena either for the report or for special counsel Robert Mueller. Now, as you noted, Barr will not recuse himself from this investigation. There was no indication that he would. He was asked about this. He made no promises. He said he would consult with ethics officials, and they have advised him that he does not, in fact, need to recuse. So he will continue to oversee this probe. But again, Rod Rosenstein has not stepped aside. He's still working with him to oversee this investigation. And from my sources inside the Justice Department walking the halls, I get this tremendous sense that everyone would like the special counsel report to come and to go so that they can move forward with other very important business that they're working on. There's a lot of sort of Russia fatigue within DOJ.
All right. Paula Reid at the White House for us. Paula, thank you.